Hello, everyone out there in YouTube world, Facebook world, social media world, the world, wherever you might be watching this video from or platform on. Welcome to another edition of Musings with MGL. I'm your host, as always, MGL. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you like what I have to say, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, like, comment, share, yada, 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 yada. So, today I'm going to be doing a musing on the thing that annoys me more than anything else in the world when it comes to guns, and that is what I like to refer to as the Second Amendment butters. Okay? We all know who these people are. They are the people who start out every argument with you about firearms with the following phrase: I support the Second Amendment, but, okay? We've all heard them. We've all dealt with them, and we all agree that they're the most annoying freaking people out there in the world, because we all know, as Second Amendment supporters, that there is no but, okay? Nothing should come after that phrase. The phrase should say, I support the Second Amendment, period. That's it. Whenever you put a but behind that, what that actually means is that you do not support the Second Amendment. What that means is you are for gun control. You are for background checks, universal background checks, ammunition capacity, magazine regulations, getting rid of assault rifles 90% of the time. Every single one of those people that start out a conversation with, I support the Second Amendment, but they don't support the Second Amendment. What they support is your ability to probably have one firearm, maybe two. And as long as they're not taking away all of your firearms, as long as you're allowed to have one in your house, then that's the Second Amendment. That's all the Second Amendment means to them, is that it means you're allowed to have a gun. And as long as they are okay with you having a gun, any other regulations as it relates to that gun, such as magazine capacity, whether it's a rifle or not a rifle, whether it's assault rifle or standard capacity rifles, I like to call them, or standard issue. They don't want it, so they're against it. So don't listen. Again, those people just annoy the shit out of me because they're fake. A lot of people call them FUDs. Okay, that's another phrase that you hear out there, are people that claim to be very pro Second Amendment but aren't. So this little meme here, I think, kind of sums it up. I just found it. Somebody posted it on Facebook the other day. I thought it was funny, and it became the basis of the next video that I wanted to do. So obviously, you can read it, but I'll read it out loud anyway. Owning a firearm does not make you pro-gun. It could very well just mean that you believe that only you or people like you should be able to own a firearm. A true pro-gun person does not support gun control, period. If the word but is ever uttered by you when discussing the Second Amendment, you failed, okay? And that absolutely sums up my position on the issue. I think that probably sums up most of y'all's position on the issue. So those people, again, they're fake. As I said in the last video that I said, the Second Amendment is basically unrestrictive, all right? And that may annoy some people, but that's the way it's written. The Founding Fathers didn't write it as the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, comma, unless it's a firearm that can hold lots of bullets, or unless it's a firearm that's big and scary, or shall not be infringed, comma, unless you buy more than two. Okay? This is a common belief amongst people out there who think that it's a cognitive dissonance that they have, that they can claim that they support the Second Amendment and are pro-gun, yet they're in support of all of these laws, common sense gun laws, whatever the hell you want to call them. They support them. I don't know what is so confusing about the phrase shall not be infringed. I mean, I don't know how more clear you can be about that. There is no comma that comes after that sentence. It's a period. There's no but that comes after that sentence. It's a period. So when these people come at you and call themselves butters, you should call them out on it and say you don't support the Second Amendment. I see it on shows all the time, like news shows. If you're watching a panel or whatever, and the first things people always say is, oh, I support the Second Amendment. I even own a couple of guns in the house myself, but I'm also for insert whatever the hell crap they want to insert after that. We see it all the time. And it's just something that really grinds my gears, to quote somebody else who likes to rant about things. It's annoying. It's a pain in the butt. They are the worst Second Amendment supporters. I would much rather have somebody just look me in the face and say, I don't like guns. I don't think you should have guns. I think that that's a bad amendment, and we should pass a new amendment getting rid of the Second Amendment. I would have 1,000 times more respect for that person than I would somebody who spews this crap where they try and claim to be on your side, but they're not. I've been in many debates with these people before. I've been on TV shows with you run into a lot of veterans that do this, and I love veterans, obviously. Thank you for your service. But there are a lot of veteran groups out there of people who come back and say, these just aren't firearms that civilians should have. I support the Second Amendment, but they shouldn't have these firearms. I got in a debate with a group of guys like that on a local TV show when I was on one of their round tables. And it just astonishes me that people can reconcile that in their brain, that they can say that they claim they support the Second Amendment and they support firearms and they're pro-gun, yet they're okay with putting a but on there and then listing all these other things that are completely opposite and antithesis of what the Second Amendment stands for and about what they wrote, what the founders wrote on there. So it's quite annoying when people do that. So I just wanted to put this quote up there because it's kind of cool. I'm sure a lot of you other ones out there have had that. And the way to deal with these people is just shut them down. I just tell them right to their face, no, you're not. When they say, I support the Second Amendment, but, I cut them right off right there and say, no, you don't. No, you don't, because then you shouldn't have said the word but. And then the conversation in my mind is usually over right there. Because, again, I would rather debate somebody on the other who's completely on the other side, who's going to tell me that I shouldn't have a gun at all and why, and I'll be more than happy to have that debate with them. But I'm not going to debate with somebody who can't even be intellectually honest with themselves by realizing how ridiculous their position is to say that they're pro-gun, but they're all for all these other kind of things. So I won't even, quite frankly, debate a person like that because, again, if they can't even be honest with themselves or reconcile their thoughts in their own brain, they're certainly not going to be able to reconcile them by talking to me. So that's how I deal with those type of people. I just shut them down. If you deal with them a different way, if you think there's a way to talk to those people, let me know in the comments. Go ahead and tell me about any stories you've ever had with talking to people like that, whether they're the ones that annoy you the most. Again, they annoy me the most. They annoy me more than the Betos out there or the Moms Demand Action people out there because, again, at least they're honest. These people are intellectually dishonest with the position that they take, and I will take honesty over intellectual dishonesty every day of the week. So thanks for watching the video. Just wanted to get that musing out there. Like, comment, share. Let me know what's going on. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, and carry on.